welcome to Channel LMNOP Evening News. I'm Phil Dianuntis.
Good evening, and I'm Elena Svelterstein.
This just in, Philadelphia Zoo transportation bus carrying 37 eels went off the road on the Betsy Ross Bridge this afternoon. Unfortunately, the driver of the bus, notably Gus Baker, has passed away, pronounced dead at the scene. All 37 eels are still located in the Delaware River. The search for those eels is still underway.
On another note, President Trump has reportedly left Washington. White House security noticed him missing this morning from the Oval Office, and multiple witnesses recall seeing a similar-looking man riding a motorbike through Arlington, Virginia. Following the outbreak of drama between YouTube stars Tati Westbrook and James Charles, President Trump stopped tweeting altogether and reportedly shed a few tears during last night's dinner. 11-year-old Barron Trump gave the following quote to the police this morning.
My dad has always been a huge fan of James Charles. I remember him saying one time that James's pinkety drinkety is the only thing that gave him motivation to get out of bed in the morning.
Barron went on to imply that the slander towards the 19-year-old makeup artist is the reason for his father's outburst, and he should be home in a few days. For now, Virginia State Police will be on the lookout, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Back to you, Phil.
Rain's not the only thing falling from the sky in Pig's Knuckle, Arkansas. A 2-ton forklift has fallen from a transportation air flight down onto a beloved Aunt Betty's pie shack, and unfortunately the woman did not make it.
Hi, Richie Doan here at Holy Cross's Tom Marley Stadium. This week's action included girls softball with an 11-0 win over Florence, and Shade Corson's no-hitter over a 7-0 win at Pemberton. Girls lacrosse plays Bishop Eustace at 4 o'clock. Back to you, Phil.
Yeah, thanks, Richie. Sports aren't the only thing heating up. Here's your Memorial Day forecast with Abby Scab-Seltzer.
Hi, I'm Abby Scab-Seltzer, and I'm here with your Memorial Day weekend forecast. For those of you going down the shore, you'll be hit with a mix of weather. In Ocean City on Friday, it'll be mostly sunny with a high of 73. On Saturday, the temperature will stay the same with some isolated thunderstorms, so stay safe on the beach. Sunday, the temperature will come down to a high of 72 degrees with some showers. Monday will stay at 72 degrees with morning showers that travel into the night, so it might not be the best weather for Memorial Day weekend barbecue. Thanks so much. Have a fun and safe Memorial Day weekend. Now back to you, Phil and Elena.
Thanks, Abby. We sent our own Richie Dillon out to Holy Cross Prep to see what was going on at the Holy Cross Charity Pageant.
Friday night at Holy Cross Auditorium featured a pageant competition to find out who is the new Mr. Holy Cross. Richie Dillon on scene with the feature. One of the first talents included a hula hoop style dance with sophomore Vince Sambucci. Sophomore Darrell Jackson entertained the crowd early with his fake magic show. Senior Randy Nunez performed a Saturday Night Live skit with a twist of dances to other music. Randy is the defending champion from last year. Was this enough to keep his reign as Mr. Holy Cross? Let's meet some of our contestants. Richie Dillon here, backstage with all the contestants of the Mr. Holy Cross Pageant Show. Lee Bishop, will you introduce yourself? Introduce yourself. Sean, introduce yourself. Matt, introduce yourself. Alright, that's it. Second runner-up was Dylan Sturdivant with his wide variety of singing performances. First runner-up went to Matt Felicia with his entertaining tap dance to the 2019 hit Old Town Roads.
Yeah, I'm ready for a swim here. About to dive right in. Can't wait.
But tonight, it was Jack Fusco who stole the hearts of the crowd and the judges with his singing of Sinatra's Fly Me to the Moon. Let's hear some words from the new 2019 Mr. Holy Cross.
I was a little nervous when I was up there, but I think we really took home the show.
This has been Richie Dillon on scene at Holy Cross Prep Academy.
Thanks, Rich. Now Abby Scabseltzer is going to talk to you about the newest issues in schools.
Hi, I'm Abby Scabseltzer, and I'm here today at Holy Cross Prep Academy to talk about vending machines. If vending machines had options that have more nutritional value, students would be able to concentrate more and see an improvement in their grades. As you can see, there aren't any healthy options available, and studies have shown that sugary snacks like these hurt the concentration of students, as sugar creates energy for a short amount of time but ends with an abrupt crash. One example of better tasting, more nutritional, and economically sound vending comes from Healthy U Vending. Healthy U Vending offers a plethora of snacks and drinks for students with machines that accept credit cards and can scan phones for services such as Apple Pay. Healthy U offers packages that are customizable to each school's needs, and they guarantee higher commissions for schools that use them. There are clearly many more positives to using healthy vending machine services such as Healthy U Vending at Holy Cross Prep and schools all across the country.
Thank you, Abby. That was so eye-opening. Next, we have Reinhold Heischwitz doing an interview with rock star Chaz McAllister on his new album.
I'm Reinhold Heischwitz, and I'm here with Chaz McAllister about his new album. Chaz, why don't you tell us a little bit about your new album?
Well, I think it's the perfect mix of sexuality and explosiveness that everyone's been looking for in this generation.
That's very interesting, actually. So, if we could get started with the first question. Did you have any musical inspiration as a child?
Well, me being a British orphan, I was adopted by parents who lived in Indonesia, and I came across a preacher in a small church in Indonesia, and he had a heart attack. And I took his position, and that's why I learned to play the church organ, and from there I fell in love with music.
So, Mr. McAllister, do you believe your struggles with alcohol abuse and substance abuse helped you write this album?
As a matter of fact, no. I think my lyrics were a lot more perverse when I was wasted or high. My mind really ran from me, and I believe that's where Chaz McAllister got his persona, his magnificent aura.
Okay.
And I think it's been a decrease since I've been sober, but my wife, unfortunately, that's the road I have to take now.
Mr. McAllister, what was your album primarily about?
I'd like to say it's about politics, but I think it's much, much more than that. It's about the general outlook on media and the effects of the children that we see today, and the parents, and how they're raising their children, and I think it's absolutely obscene what we're getting at.
There's a song on your album called Mystic Forest. Do you mind if you explain that a little? Tell us what it's about.
It's metaphorical. It's without a doubt metaphorical for any child, any being who's felt lost and felt like something's been taken from them. That's what the forest is doing. It's mystically taking our souls, just like the media today, and it needs to be returned. And the only way we can turn it is by following our soul, following our true spirit.
Do you mind if you play a snippet from the song?
I've crossed a million deserts to take pictures of the poor. I've brought them to lunch, and I've let them sleep on my floor. See that? To me, it's a lot more than just the poor, it's everybody. And I think, then again, metaphorically, our souls are poor.
So, Mr. McAllister, you're known for taking an absurd amount of drugs and living to tell about it. Do you have a message for your fans about substance abuse?
Yes, actually I do. My father, we moved around a lot because he was in the Bangladesh army, as you know, once we moved from Indonesia to Bangladesh. And I never had a close connection with my father, and I always had an empty gap. And as a teenage boy, you think the best way to do that is to fill that gap with drugs. But it was definitely not the best alternative for a father's love. But would I take those experiences back? Absolutely not. I made my best music on them.
So, if your audience could take away one thing from this album, what do you think it would be?
Love.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Chaz McAllister. Back to you, Phil.
Man, I love that guy. I'm very jealous of Reinhold right now. Tonight we're going to wrap things up with a happy story from your good friend Elena.
Thanks, Phil. Hi, I'm Elena Spetzer-Steen, and I'm here today to talk to you about the importance of adopting animals from shelters. Approximately 1.5 million animals each year are euthanized. Now, this number has decreased dramatically from 2011, when 2.6 million animals were euthanized. Black cats in particular are the least adopted type of cat because of the superstition that they're bad luck. I'm here today reporting from my living room with my dog in the background to show you that adopting a pet may not be such a bad idea. The Burlington County Animal Shelter is open 7 days a week from 12 to 4, except on Thursdays when it's open until 7 p.m. For more information, you can visit them on their website or call the number 609-265-5703. And for more facts on animals and pets and shelters, you can visit aspca.org. Thanks so much, Phil. Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Elena. That was such a touching story.
Thank you, Phil. It was really fun to film.
Well, on behalf of all of us here at LMNOP Newscast,
I'm Elena Spetzer-Steen.
and I'm Phil Dianuntis, and we're telling you to have a great night.
Oh, fuck, I'm caught.
You wait for me, so I drank your blood, and then I fed to you my loins of love. See, now that is a direct quote that I've told to my mother, my Indonesian adopted mother, before I ran out and I started my own music career.
Mr. McAllister, you're known for having wild parties and doing an absurd amount of drugs. Do you have a message for your fans about substance abuse?
Yes, use it as much as possible. Scream it to the moon, because your music will be 100 times better. I have never been such a deep, dark hole in songwriting career. I can't write anything.
If you're not using substances.
No. Did you hear my last song before I made my new album? Just.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Chaz McAllister,
Yeah, bro. My father grew up.
coked out of his mind. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Chaz McAllister. Back to you, Rich. There's a Phil. You said he said his name was Rich.
That's not it!
Alright, go ahead. It'll help you remember.
Wait, what is it? Yell it loudly so you remember.
What? Okay.
Go ahead.
Barron went on to imply that the slander towards the 19-year-old makeup artist is the cause for his father's outburst this morning, and he should return home within a few days.
My finger went in front of.
Too late, dude. I just. This is back. Absolutely not. I made my best music on them.
Do you have a favorite drug?